So I have to, yeah, so we can't stay a super long time today. But this week I wanted to go over, you know, I always say in the Course in Miracles, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Well, this is definitely one of my favorites for sure. So I thought this week we would look at the section called Looking Within. Get it? So we'll look at that section this week. And if you don't know, it is chapter 12, section 7. Chapter 12, section 7 in your Course in Miracles. So you can pull that up. We're going to read some of that. We're going to share some of that. I love this section. This section I'm telling you, there are so many gems in this one section. And this is the section that says, it points to that A Course in Miracles and Law of Attraction is the same thing. So I think some of you probably know of it. So I'm sure Carol does. Does anyone else know this section, Looking Within? We're going to pick some of the top things this week. Today and Friday and Saturday. Anybody know this section? It's chapter 12, section 7. That is over. I have tried to glue this one on 4 times today, and it's not going to stay. It's a little boop. Anyway, that one's over. I love it. I think it's about time. They're going to be starting to pop off now. I think I've had these for 2 or 3 weeks. So, oh well. Okay, so chapter 12, section 7. Let's get back to that. Just received my Course in Miracles book. Oh my gosh, you can follow along with us. You can follow along with us. Very good, Kyrie. So if you are new, I suggest highlighting the shit out of it. There's highlights all over the place. You like to follow in the book? In the book? Yeah. Stop playing with your nails, Max. That's it. Okay. So let's start here. I'm just going to grab some things and we're going to talk about them. Yes, I'm a highlighter. I'm an underliner. I'm a note taker. I love this. I freaking love this. So, all right. Are we ready to start reading, everybody? If you were in my class, if we were in live class, then we'd all be reading a little bit. But right now, this is the way it is. Okay. Here we go. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Don't. Everything is a song. Everything is a song. I guess it is. All right, here we go. Take a deep breath. Here we go. Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. I'm starting at the beginning here. For learning is invisible, and what has been learned can be recognized only by its results. Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. Let's just stop there. Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. So that's a great, wonderful, wonderful sentence. And that sentence really is about how, you know, miracles break through time and space, and there's not a logical answer to a miracle, right? And a miracle is a shift in your perception. And if you're interested in the very beginning of the book, the first chapter is 50 Principles of Miracles, and that helps you to understand a little bit more. But anyway, so miracles do not live in time and space. They are things that show you there's something else going on here. There's something else, like we always say, something else going on here. So if a miracle happens, it's showing that something is learning, that the character, no, but the character, I'm not going to say that. There is learning taking place under the right guidance. Now, obviously, the separated mind, egoic guidance is not the right guidance. It's the guidance that brings you into insanity, into more separation, right? So when you have a miracle, you're like, something is working. Something's working, right? So for learning is invisible, and what has been learned can be recognized by its results. Learning is invisible, which is so fascinating because what he's saying here is learning happens even if you don't know it. Even if you don't know it, learning is happening. Right? So as your computer is, it's kind of like I don't know about you, but my computer is on most of the time. I turn it off sometimes, I put it to sleep, but in general, but it's on most of the time. So the computer is constantly going, right? So you're always learning even if you don't know it. So what are you learning from, right? You can't serve two masters, as they say. So you're either being a host to God or the hostage to the ego, right? And that learning is taking place all the time. You're learning from fear or you're learning from love or unconditionality, right? Okay. In generalization, it demonstrates that you use it more and more. You use it in more and more situations. You will recognize that you have learned there is no order of difficulty in miracles when you apply them to all situations. The first principle of miracles is what? There is no order of difficulty in miracles. So you apply it to every situation. When you begin to apply that to every situation, your life changes. Because there is what he says in the Course of Miracles, he's like, listen, you have a hierarchy problem. What does he mean, a hierarchy problem? We think in the illusion that you have to go here, then you go here, then you go here, and then you go here, and then you finally get there, right? He's like, no. That's not how truth works. Truth works that it's just here. It's all here. There's no deservability. There's no sacrifice. There's no earning. There's none of that, right? So when you apply the idea that there is no order of difficulty in miracles to every situation, you will begin to see that that's true, right? I know I'm talking a lot because I'm in a rush, but take a deep breath. There is no situation in which miracles do not apply, and by applying them into all situations, you will gain the real world. You will gain the real world. This is a big thing because, as we say, the characters are running around in an illusion, in a play, in a movie. It's not real. But when you apply miracles to everything, well, especially the first principle of miracles is that there is no order of difficulty in miracles. When you apply that to everything, you'll begin to see that it's true. And you'll begin to, I guess you would say, wake up from the dream state. Make sense? It's all good. I love your voice. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. I know there's a lot, but is there comments or questions anyone wants to say? Besides, I don't have a pinky net. There is no situation which miracles do not apply. There is no situation where miracles do not apply. We think we have a hierarchy issue. This one deserves a miracle. This one will never get a miracle. This situation with my money will never have a miracle, but this situation with my health can have a miracle. Do you understand? So we separate. We keep separating all the time. And that's a problem for the character. Okay? Anyone want to say anything or ask anything? It's a lot, I know. All right, I'm going to go on. In every child, this is the bottom of the page. In every child of God, his blessing lies. And in your blessing of the children of God is his blessing to you. This is the reciprocal nature of it all. You just want to agree. In every child of God, his blessing lies. And in your blessing of the children of God is his blessing to you. What does that mean? It's all reciprocity. That's the word I was thinking of. When you bless others, you feel the blessing of God, of life, of love. When you give another person a break, you get a break, right? You deserve a break today. My brain is on songs, right? When you give someone a break, then you get a break, and everyone gets a car. Oh, Lord. That's how my brain is working right now. What is happening? Okay. You ready? I'll cut this off. Everyone in the world must play his part in the redemption in order to recognize that the world has been redeemed. This mental jukebox is serious. I know. Oh, hold on. Elaine says, what does ACM say about this character in the word character mentioned? The character is my word, not the Course in Miracles word. The Course in Miracles would just say it's the separated self. It's the ego. It doesn't mention the word character. I don't think it mentions the word character. That's my word. That's funny. I was thinking about getting a car as being a miracle. Of course you did. And you get a car, and you get a car. That's right. That's right. Okay. Everyone in the world must play his part in its redemption in order to recognize that the world has been redeemed. You cannot see the invisible. You have to be able to see what's happening in the world, the results, which we're going to come to later on. The results that you see in the insanity of the world, right? Jamie says, and when things like that happen, you recognize, oh, what happened? Wait, what? Speaking of, what the? Oh, you recognize them. You're able to see more miracles and everything. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Totally. So, as he says, it's kind of the lesson of, and he refers to this in the course, the ark. We go to the ark together. Noah, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. So we do this all together. We don't do this. There's no me. There's no I in team, and there's no me. There is no me. There isn't. There isn't. There's only we. There's only one of us here. In the Course in Miracles, it would say the sonship. The sonship. So we're all part of the sonship. Last night in class, we had a great class last night, and I was talking about how in the course, and well, it's not in the course. I don't think it's in the course, but it's a phrase that's used quite often. Is we are all cells in the body of Christ. So there's nowhere where, this is the way it says it in the course. There's nowhere where God ends and you begin. There's nowhere where you begin and God ends. There's nowhere where life starts and you begin. There's nowhere where you begin and life starts. It's all the same thing. There is no separation in anything. There's no separation between me and that phone. There's no separation between you and me. We just perceive that there's a separation, right? And miracles attest that there is no separation, because the future can be happening now, right? There is no future and there's no past. There's only what's happening now. That's it. So a miracle, when you have a miracle healing, usually you have to wait months before you heal. No, 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 no. A miracle attests to that there is no time. You can go into a doctor and be like, oh my God, you have no cancer. Why is that? Because there's no order of difficulty in miracles. Take a deep breath. This is good. It's good stuff, right? I'm going to finish this one and then we'll wrap it up. You cannot see the invisible. Yet, if you see its effects, you know it must be there. By perceiving what it does, you recognize its being. And by what it does, you learn what it is. You cannot see your strengths, but you gain confidence in their existence as they enable you to act. And the result of your actions you can see. This is about the development of trust. You trust, the development of trust that things can work out, that things do happen miraculously. But listen, it's not a miracle after a while. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, right? There is no order of difficulty in miracles. And when you trust, period, that is true, you will see the effects in your world. You will see the effects in your world in a million ways and ways that you would never know, ever know. You would never know, right? Okay, take a deep breath. All right, friends. We'll continue this. Remember that we're on paragraph 3. We'll continue this on Friday and Saturday. We'll get to some good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff on this page. A lot of good stuff on this page right here. See? What are you taking away from our talk today? What are you taking away from our talk today? Everybody? Anybody?